one of the best ski resorts in North America. You should probably take advantage of it while you're here. We have a student seasons pass, which is an amazing deal. A regular seasons pass is coming up to almost about $2,000. So getting a student pass for $460, that's if you're under 25. If you're over 25, it's $780. If you don't think you're going to go up all season, you might just want to go for a couple days or try it out. You can get this Edge card, and you can get it for a certain number of days, and it will still be cheaper than paying for a day pass. Try not to pay for a day pass, because it's about, I think it changes as the season goes, but it's $70, $80, or $90 at different times. So it is worth it if you can. UBC owns a hostel up there. It's pretty close to the mountain. The website is at the bottom here, ubcwhistlerlodge.com. And for students, it's $25 a night. You'll have to book it fairly far ahead of time if you're going Monday to Friday. So you'll have to check into that. But it's a nice hostel. I think you can sleep about 40 people. And it's got like a big kitchen, big living room. It's hostel-ish. And the only thing with that is that during Christmas, they have sort of a raffle for tickets for like sleeping room because it gets so popular. So you have to watch out for that. They'll put out a date at some point, and there'll be like people have to line up and you'll bid for the sleeping room. And I'm not sure what they're going to do during the Olympics because that'll be a little more hectic. Yeah.
Did family members come too, or is it just have to be a student?
They can. It's $25 a night for students, and then I think it's a little bit more. It might be $30 a month for someone who's not a student, or $30 a night for someone who's not. But yes, they can. Yes, and so they have rental equipment up at Whistler if you don't own anything. And there is a Greyhound bus that goes right from UBC to Whistler on Friday to Sunday. Any questions about that? Yeah.
What passes for the local mountains here?
You can get those as well. Yeah, you can get them. I believe Cyprus is around $300. It's definitely cheaper. So if you're just sort of getting into skiing, that might be the better option. It's a little bit, because the mountains are quite a bit smaller, but it's so much more convenient. It's right here. But you don't have to find somewhere to stay. You can go there for day trips. So it's a little bit cheaper, but you have to check the website. Yeah.
Is there another way to come to Whistler without the Greyhound bus?
Without the Greyhound bus?
Yeah. So you said it's just on Friday and Saturday?
Yes. If it wasn't that day, you can still take the Greyhound bus any other day, but it just won't go from UBC. It'll go from downtown.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so you have to take a bus downtown and then go.
Yeah.
Okay, one last area I was going to mention is that you do want to plan some sort of weekend trip a little farther away. One special area in BC is the Okanagan. It's farther interior from us. It's between 3 and 5 hours away, depending where you're going. It includes Penticton, Summerland, Kelowna, Vernon, Revelstoke, all those kinds of areas. And they're all around this big Lake Okanagan, which is really beautiful. It's sort of surrounded by beaches and these like sort of smaller mountains. And they're very famous for their wineries and their fruit orchards. I guess everywhere, and it's it's really pretty. I did a trip there when I first got here last year. So this is us at one of the wineries and biking, and it was just it was really pretty. It was one of the best trips I've seen here. And they also have skiing if you want to go in the winter and try somewhere else. There's Revelstoke and Apex, Big White, and golfing. So yes, I guess I just encourage you to plan weekend trips to places and take advantage of it while you're here, because there is so much outdoor stuff for all levels, and it's it's really neat. So take advantage of that. And that's it. Is there any more questions? Yeah.
When we look at places called Cyprus, is there any way you can go backcountry skiing?
You can. You can. There's quite a few backcountry places. You can. There's all kinds of trails up Cyprus. You can skin up them and then go up behind it. And I guess don't think you can ski. You can't ski on the trails, obviously. But yeah, there is backcountry behind there, and there's some great backcountry up behind Whistler as well. Yeah. Okay, like activities-wise?
Whatever.
Well,
Well, there's tons of stuff.
Yeah.
I like science world. I just like you. There's also the big stars. Planetarium. Yeah, planetarium.
there's the aquarium in Stanley Park. It's supposed to be really neat.
Aquarium is very nice.
And a lot of these things, like you can take them around Stanley Park. There's lots of bike rental places, so you can always do that.
There's lots of different, a good source of information if you're trying to find out sort of what kind of festivals and what's going on the weekend. There's a free newspaper called the Georgia Straight. You'll probably see them at lots of bus stops and just a newspaper box. And that will have information, so whether it's the Lumiere's Lantern Festival or the Folk Festival or the Jazz Festival or some of the festivals that Catherine talked about, there's usually something going on. You can find information that and lots of them are kid-friendly.
What are some of the top 5 neighborhoods that you recommend to explore besides Islamic education?
For what? For living?
No, for explore.
Or go to Commercial Drive.
Yeah, drive's great.
Walk down there. It's like really neat. There's all kinds of, I don't know, people just, there's all kinds of neat people and cafes and restaurants. And, yeah, it's really neat.
Commercial Drive, you just take the 99B line, that's the last stop on the 99B line. It's great. Maine is kind of like mini Commercial Drive. The west end of downtown is
What is it called?
Commercial Drive.
Oh, no.
Oh, Main Street, sorry. Main Street. And then also the west end of downtown. Robinson Street. All the downtowns are pretty nice.
Where can I get a used bike?
Lots of places. There are lots of bike shops around. You can get a refurbished, rebuilt bike from the bike kitchen on campus. There's also a store called Cheapskates. They sell used all kinds of used sports equipment. Or Craigslist is a great tool. In fact, don't just check Craigslist because there's so many people looking for bikes that the demand is so high that the price is a bit higher. But if you look at Craigslist Victoria, I know a couple of friends got a really good deal for a used bike. Just going
I'd say Craigslist is your best bet. I just put in like bike and kits, and there's just so many. And it's like I got mine for about $50, but it's in a range of $75 for any of them.
Do you have cheap grocery stores if you have a car on Northfields in Ontario, basic stuff like that?
The cheapest that I've seen, if you're not going to Costco, is this Great Canadian Superstore.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, it's not quite Costco, but it is sort of more bulk, I guess. But that's where I go when I can get a car to get cheaper food.
Okay.
And there's one down, it's going towards Richmond. Do you know where it is? It's like 70th. If you go, sorry.
One is in America and another is in Metropolitan.
Okay, that's where they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, just Google Great Canadian Superstore.
Great Canadian Superstore.
That's what ours is.
What about extra food? Is there a store like that called that? Extra food?
Extra?
I think it's the same chain as Northfields.
No Frills just opened the second store in Vancouver.
Oh yeah.
So Alma and Ford, yeah, and then where's the second one? I don't know, but there's two No Frills
So
stores.
there's a Northfields in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.